So this isn't really only for people with herniated discs. This is learning how to lift properly so that you don't get hurt in the first place.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to a new video, and I just want to thank you guys for the support on the last few videos. We have been raking up those views, those numbers. Y'all been hitting that subscribe button, and I know that we're gonna hit 100,000 subscribers before we end the 2022 Road to Pro National Series. Now there is 3 things that we need to get into before we head to the gym for a heavy deadlift session. This is gonna be my first heavy deadlift session in over 3 years, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to deadlift with herniated discs out of pain. It changed my life. Being able to deadlift again and power lift, I can't even describe the feeling. First thing, the most important announcement, and we will just do a cool fancy transition there. 300 of you have been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment. We had like a tornado, then we had a strike, then we had a 10-day power outage, but we finally got it. Super stoked. I never thought that I would start a skincare company and we would sell 3,000 bars in less than 4 months. So I just ordered another 3,000 bars, and I'm assuming that this is gonna sell out just as fast, but don't worry, we have already placed an order for another 6,000 bars to come in the next 6 to 8 weeks, so there will never be a 2-month delay again. So if you've been waiting on Acne Attack skincare orders, we have everything right here. It is getting out today, but it is Friday, July 8th. So I will be printing and shipping today and tomorrow, and it will be on the first truck out Monday morning. So you guys should get it in 4 to 7 days from there. If there's any issues, make sure to email me, acneattackskincare@gmail.com, and I'll make sure to take care of you. So thank you guys so much for the support on the company, and I'll see you back upstairs. And number 2 is the markplummer.com, your go-to place for Sarms and peptides. Not only the same ones that I use, but the ones that are third-party tested and the ones that you have been using for the past 3 years. It has officially rebranded to its new website. We are officially known as nobullsups.com. That is nobullsups.com. It is the exact same price. It is just no longer on the markplummer.com. And the third thing is your boy has, I think, started thinning his motherfucking hair. You guys know that I have bad skin genetics. I had bad gyno genetics, but we fixed the skin with acneattackskincare.com, megadosing panthetic acid, as well as taking L-carnitine, biotin, and just a healthy regime and a healthy diet, which I've actually been working on a little ebook that every single person that buys Acne Attack Skincare soap is gonna get this ebook on how I transform my skin and things to do on top of the soap that is just gonna make your skin that much better. But the partner company of Gorilla Mind basically makes a soap that helps block DHT. I'm not gonna get into all the specs on this. If you guys care about hair shit, I mean, I have kind of always taken preventative measures, but I never really needed to do anything drastic because I don't have the genetics to lose my hair. But with that said, when I was taking high doses of NPP, which we have dropped the NPP now, but now we are taking a high dose of Masteron, your hair thins a lot. And this prep, we are gonna add in Winstrol. We are gonna add in all the things that normally thin your hair. So I'm gonna be using this 3 to 4 times a week, and people have got insane results. I mean, there's a billion companies that make this. If you wanna buy this exact one, the link is in the bio. You can use my code MARK to save 10%. But honestly, Costco sells it. So many fucking places sell it. There's obviously different percentages you can get, different ingredient lists. I mean, they kind of nailed the ingredient list with this. This has your hair smelling like peppermint. So when your girl's smelling your hair, she's like, ooh, damn, you're fresh. And you have a full head of hair. And you're jacked. And you're tanned. And you're lean. I mean, it's game fucking over. And I started on 1 milligram of finasteride every single day. Obviously, you can't take NPP or DECA and finasteride at the same time because it kind of like reverses the results. If you take those two things at the same time, you will actually probably lose your hair faster than not taking the finasteride. But now that we've dropped NPP about 5 days ago, I can add in that finasteride and we will have a healthy, full head of hair for the rest of my life. Because what do I always tell you guys? It's a lot easier to prevent a problem from happening than try to reverse it. Once you lose your hair, there ain't no getting that motherfucking hair back. You gotta go do a damn transplant in Turkey to get your hair back. So take precautions. Don't get gyno in the first place. Don't get acne in the first place. Don't lose your hair in the first place, and you will be 100% fine. So we are headed off to the gym. Like I said, heavy ass deadlift day today. You guys are gonna fucking love this video. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for the support on all the channels. And remember, it is nobullsups.com, and let's get to the gym. This is the 2023 powerlifting comeback, motherfucker, because we have not really deadlifted in like 3 fucking years. But after training with specialists, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm actually gonna be flying out to be training with Squat University at the end of August, we have got myself in a position that I can deadlift out of pain. And you guys know I have 2 herniated discs that they refuse to do surgery on, my L4 and my L5, which causes huge sciatic pain down my entire leg, and my foot is completely numb almost 24/7, and my L5 and S1. Now the L5, S1 doesn't really cause me any pain, but it's still 2 severely herniated discs that they won't do surgery on because I'm too young, they say. I mean, I'm sure you can go somewhere and someone will do the fucking surgery. It's just how much do you want to spend? And as you guys know from the lawsuit, I don't got any fucking money left. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the post notice with the bell, and buy Gorilla Mind products and use code MARK and all the other fucking shit that, yeah, that even, to be honest, I'm so fucked right now, all that shit probably won't even help, but fuck it. We're gonna deadlift today, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to deadlift with having herniated discs and staying out of pain. I'm basically gonna try to work up as heavy as I can possibly go without being in pain today, and I'm gonna be talking you guys through 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plates on exactly the steps I'm taking to be out of pain. Then hopefully we can go 4 plates and 5 plates, and we're just gonna put some sick music, get some hype footage, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Already done our warm up. As you guys know, I've broken both my ankles. Ankles are huge with staying out of pain. If you can't get in the proper bar position starting point, you will not be able to lift out of pain. You will get yourself in a position where your lower back has to take over the lift and be in pain if your ankles are not warmed up. Warm up your fucking ankles and your shins, basically, and your calves, because those are the things that are gonna hold you back from this. I put a weight on my quad, and I just pushed it forward, kept the weight on the quad, stretched out my calf, stretched out my ankles, and then I also worked on my tibialis anteriors, which I basically just stay on the floor here and sit back into my knees and stretch all of that out. It doesn't just stretch out my tibialis anterior, it also stretches out my ankles, so I'm just in a much better position. I personally like deadlifting when my body feels slightly tight. I don't like warming up too much because when I get into the bar position, I don't want to feel like a fucking noodle. I want to be so fucking tight that I rip that shit off the floor. So if I find like doing lat pull downs and biceps and warming up your hamstrings, I honestly find that, to be honest, in my opinion, not very effective because I'm not tight in the hole anymore. So first things first is I did take off my shoes. We are deadlifting barefoot. I do not want to see you guys in flats. I do not want to see you guys in shoes. I don't care what you're doing. Barefoot deadlifting is the only way that we can go right now because we need to be able to feel the floor. When I used to deadlift before, it didn't matter if I was on my heels or on my toes, or it didn't matter because I didn't have an injury. But right now, we need to be perfectly even on the floor. We need to have the exact same pressure on the front of our foot as the back of our foot, and we need to actually grip the ground.
You cannot, so let's pretend these are my feet, like I'm a puppy, riff. So our feet are on the ground right now. We don't just want to have our feet here. We want to grip the ground like this. So when you grip the ground like this is going to be activating your hamstrings and your glutes. If you can activate your hamstrings and your glutes, you're going to be taking a lot more pressure off your lower back. I never learned to deadlift properly. When I was 15, I was squatting 500 pounds. I won worlds at 17 for sub-junior, and I never learned how to properly lift. I was just so strong that I could just walk up to the bar and deadlift 630 pounds at 17 years old, 100% natural, with no form whatsoever. I would just grab that fucking bar and rip it up as fast as I possibly could. So if you learn the foundation of how to lift properly, you will most likely have a much longer lifespan in the sport. So this isn't really only for people with herniated discs. This is learning how to lift properly so that you don't get hurt in the first place. And if you are hurt, you can still continue to lift and do what you love. Right now, I'm so fucking mad every day, and powerlifting was my outlet. Powerlifting was my therapy. So not being able to powerlift for the last 3 years fucking sucked. So enough talking here. Let's get to the bar and show you guys exactly the bar pattern and how to lock your shoulders in place to stay out of pain. I have no weight on the bar. I am just trying to warm up a little bit of my hamstrings, a little bit of my glutes, and trying to get like kind of the range of motion I want into my head. Obviously, when we put plates on this bar, it's only gonna stop about here. So when you're warming up with the bar, you can't really get in a perfect position because you can't really anticipate where you're starting from. So in this point, I'm just warming up my lower back because at least I'm to the point out of pain. I'm not out of pain, but I'm to the point where if I warm up my lower back just a little bit, it gets a little bit easier. So if this honestly hurts you guys, I would just stick with your rehab and not try to get into lifting. I've been doing rehab for over a year now, 2 to 3 times a week, every week, and on my own time. I do it about every 2 hours. I'm on an inversion table, I'm doing press ups, I'm doing core stability work every 2 hours, guys. Like, that is the amount of work I put in just to be able to do this again. So with that said, if this hurts, just back it off and continue doing your rehab. Took off my hoodie so you guys can see my core bracing. I cannot stress this enough that probably the biggest reason that I'm even able to lift again is because of core bracing exercises. And if you are in extreme pain, where can I even fucking demonstrate this right here? Lay down on the floor, and naturally your spine wants to curve. It's not gonna sit flat on the floor. So what you wanna do is you wanna push your belly button right down to the floor. You can even see right here, I'm fucking shaking, and I do this shit every fucking day. Then lift your legs up, and you just hold this for like 30 seconds. Pushing your belly button as far as you can down, keeping your legs up, keeping your core braced. You hold that for like 30 seconds, you come down, and then you rest. And you rest for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute, and then you put your legs back up, push your belly button to the ground, and do that for another 30 seconds. Ugh. Let my fat ass get up for a second. Doing that and learning how to properly stabilize my core and building the muscles around here are a key factor of why I can deadlift and squat right now. Because as I'm getting into this squat, the same thing applies. So what did I tell you when we were standing right there? We're standing over the bar, but we're not just resting our feet. We're gripping our feet into the ground. This is pushing my knees out, activating the outsides of my calves, my hamstrings, and my glutes. And then brace your belly button basically into the wall. like pretend the floor is behind you and you're bracing your core in like this. And this is the position that you have to basically be in, and slowly work your way down to the bar and grab the bar. Unfortunately, it doesn't end there. When you grab this bar in that perfect position, you need to try to break the bar in half, which is going to push your shoulder blades back which is going to keep your entire spine tight. So, guys, I'm fucking out of breath just from being in that position. And I'm not out of breath because I'm out of shape. That is how many steps you need to take to be able to deadlift properly right now. The issue is you need to work your way up with that exact same form so that when you get to heavier weights, you see a lot of people, they come down, they're in a perfect position. The minute they heave on the bar, they don't stay in that position, and then their butt shoots up, and then they come up like this. Look at how rounded my lower back is right now. Bro, the pain shooting through your lower back when you go like this, and then try to like grind that up, you might as well just fucking kill yourself because you'll never be lifting ever again because your herniated discs will be out your fucking body. So my best recommendation is, as you're learning this form, is to work up in like sets of 5. So what I've been doing for the past like 6 weeks that I've been kind of like out of pain is I did 1 plate for 5 sets of 5. I'm gonna stretch out my ankles while I talk to you. I did 1 plate for 5 sets of 5. And then I did 2 plates for 5 sets of 5. And then I did 3 plates for 5 sets of 5, 4 plates for 5 sets of 5. Up until last week, I did 500 for 6 reps. So now that you know the perfect form, I'm basically gonna do the reps. Emmanuel, the boy, the myth, the legend, who also unfortunately has a herniated disc, is gonna be killing, is gonna be getting all the angles. We're gonna get the front angles, the side angles, the back, and we're just gonna get all the motherfucking angles so you can see exactly how I'm lifting and try to copy that technique as best as possible so you can lift and be happy again. Have your outlet. Fuck therapy. Therapy is what, $500? Gym membership's $500. So, and you get it for like 7 months for $500. Fortunately, with the body position that you have to put yourself in, the bar will be grinding up your shins, because if you're too far away from the bar, the minute you yank on that, you just don't have the leverage of being able to stay tight. Like, more or less, the bar is me. I am the bar. What does Bruce Lee say? Be like water, formless, shapeless. Become the bar. When I step here, I become the bar. So when I come down, because I can't go like this, it's more or less grinding up my shins because I'm pulling the bar into me. The bar is never gonna get away from you. If the bar gets away from you, just drop it because you're gonna get in too much pain. Do not try to force the rep out. Grab it here, lock your shoulders in, glutes in, explode. And when you explode, there's no more hyperextending back because that's gonna fucking hurt. So come, make sure your glutes are flexed like big Jamals come into you in prison. Glutes flexed, shoulders tight, and then down. Now for the belts, we brought a powerlifting belt and we bought a bodybuilding belt. Now the bodybuilding belt is good, especially if you're just getting back into lifting, because it's gonna give you less support than the big belt. You want to learn how to brace your core properly. When you learn how to brace your core properly, you can throw on a powerlifting belt, and more or less this motherfucker is so thick, you can't even really fucking bend at your back with a powerlifting belt on because it takes up your whole fucking midsection. So when I come back in here and I get myself into position, instead of forcing my belly button into the wall, I'm giving it something to stabilize against. So I'm pushing my stomach against this belt, which is basically you're filling up your stomach with air and keeping it in that straight line. So I would say maybe after 5 or 6 weeks, slap on a powerlifting belt because you're gonna be up in the 4, 5, 600s, even 300s. If 300 is heavy for you, slap on a proper powerlifting belt. Other than that, when you're just getting back into lifting, just focus on your core bracing by yourself. Don't even worry about the belt. Right now, I think I'm just gonna roll hopefully a cool song I can find on no copyright sales, and hopefully this will be fucking sick, bro. Guys, so we went to 585 pounds for a set of 3. I actually felt great. Core was braced, big belt obviously helped a lot. Took all the pressure, put it in my hamstrings, in my glutes, locked my shoulders in. I had to use Versa grips because, as you can see, I tore a callus, and when I was lifting without anything, it actually created like a blood bubble under my skin here. So I knew if I lifted, bro, I would just be bleeding all over the bar, and I don't want to clean that shit up. So I just used Versa grips for the last set. I'm super happy because I feel with 0 powerlifting training, 0 peaking, pulling 585 for 3, I could probably pull around 650 or 680 right now with 0 training. So if you are in pain, don't worry. I literally had not lifted heavy in 2.5 years because of the pain. And by doing rehab, it will get better and you will slowly be able to work your way back into lifting, I promise. So I hope all of these tips help. If you are at the point that I'm at and you can actually get back lifting, I hope all of these points really help. I know it's a little shorter of a video today, but thank you to Emmanuel for coming out here for like 45 minutes to fucking film this. And I'm actually just over the moon because this is the 2023 Mark Plummer powerlifting comeback where I'm coming for my fucking world title. Everyone's like, oh, powerlifting is not competitive anymore because the top people are so past everyone else. I'm gonna come in at 198, I'm gonna squat 870, I'm gonna bench 600, and I'm gonna deadlift in the low to mid 800s. So that, according to me, is more than the all-time world record. So it's just a matter of time until I get there, and we're doing things smart this time. So I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.